It has enough fat for me for a week. Wow, it has aftertaste for sure. Hello guys and welcome back to Cooking with Sadaf. I'm Sadaf and today we're going to make one of my favorite YouTubers, Barely chocolate mayonnaise cake.
But this is a chocolate mayonnaise cake, right?
I know it sounds really weird, but I have high hopes and I hope it's delicious. And before starting, I have been watching Barry for a long time, for years now, and he's like my lunch companion. I always watch him while having lunch, and the recipes, the hacks tested, have a marathon as he said. And I'm really happy to test one of his recipes finally, and let's see is it good or not. Not that I don't trust Barry, I really trust him, especially with kitchen gadgets, but this was really weird for me, and not weird in a technical way because mayonnaise is what? Lots of oil and eggs, so I just want to see how it's going to be. First we're going to start with preheating our oven to 180 C or 356 Fahrenheit. I'm not pointing it with our sift, and we're going to sift our flour. By the way, I'm making the recipe in half. He made 2 cakes and I'm going to make just one, so I'm going to make the recipe in half. 1 cup of flour, sift it because we don't live dangerously here. And to that we're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. He used self-raising flour, but I don't have it, and you can just make your self-raising flour at home by adding baking powder to it, and a dash of salt. And because I know my mayonnaise is low in salt, so I'm going to just add a little bit. Oh my god, I just saw that I have cut myself with a knife. Oh, when did that happen? Wait a minute. Now that I know it hurts. Well, sift your baking powder too, and then I have some boiling hot water, and to half a cup of boiling hot water. Always grab your measuring cup in front of your eyes so you can measure it precisely. And that's exactly half a cup of water. And to half a cup of boiling hot water, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, and we're using our little tiny whisk, which is actually not a whisk and it's a tea strainer. Unsifted cocoa powder is dangerous territory, so never do that. Always sift it, even if you are using just 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon, always sift it, because this cocoa powder guy is like to get so lumpy so easily. Alright, and when you added your cocoa powder to your hot water, add your vanilla extract, and I'm adding the extract everywhere except in the glass itself. And yes, before I forget, add sugar to the dry ingredients. And this cake uses the weirdest method and order of ingredients, and this was 1 cup of sugar, by the way. It's just so bizarre to me. And well, we are going to go to the next step, which is adding half a cup of mayonnaise. He used his homemade mayonnaise, but I just had some spare mayonnaise left over, and we really don't use mayonnaise in house. I mean, this is skin. This is not the skin of someone who uses mayonnaise, and it's not good for your health, not good for your skin, obviously. But well, let's see what happens in the cake. I mean, at the end, it's just oil and egg with little bit of vinegar and mustard, which I'm allergic to, and I'm really crossing some lines for this cake. I mean, mayonnaise with mustard in cake? Who knew? Things I do for YouTube. And then he just mixes the mayonnaise with the flour, which is, I guess, the weirdest thing. It just has this feeling of not cake battery. Okay, let's see what else he did.
And remember, this is a chocolate cake. We're going to add the chocolate mix in, so vanilla, chocolate, warm water. Okay,
so now we are going to add our cocoa powder concoction here. Ooh, yeah, that's not a texture you want to see. As he said in the video, it's not going to look like cakey at all, but when you mix it, yes, I can see that, it's getting together. Really needs some more whisking.
A few moments later.
Wow, Okay, this is a workout. I did my upper body workout today, so I don't know why I choose to do everything by hand today. Okay, it's now pretty cake battery to me. Let's add it to our mold, which I have here. And I'm going to grease it a little bit to help the parchment paper to stick better. And I'm going to add my ill-fitting, fully cut parchment paper. Because I don't trust this pan, I'm going to spray it with even more oil. Okay, let's just add the cake batter. I have used hot water in cakes before, and using hot water in chocolate cake especially will give you a really nice, very moist crumb at the end. And try it sometimes, not every cake though. Okay, we're going to bake these for around 30 minutes and see what happens.
An hour later.
And well, let's just taste it. I'm going to grab, ooh, that's cracked. It's super soft.
Okie dokie. Well, it's a chocolate cake, isn't it?
And by the way, I'm not going to add any frosting to it because it has enough fat for me for a week that I'm not going to add any more buttercream on top. But let me just grab a fork. Okay, we have our fork here, and let's test this monstrosity, I might say. Well, wow.
Oh, that is so good.
I mean, it's a chocolate cake for sure, and it's so moist. It's like a very airy brownie. Yeah, that's how it is. It's wow. It has aftertaste for sure, and not a bad one, by the way. It's good. And don't forget that I will link Barry's video in the description, so go check his video too. It's good. The sweetness is enough. It has a little aftertaste that hits you, and it's so moist and so powerful. It's chocolatey. It's brownie more like. It's not like your regular velvety, more drier, crumbly chocolate cake. It's very wet. It's so moist, and so far so good. I actually like it. I didn't think I would make it again because of the mayonnaise, but yeah, it's so good. And I just realized that I was fasting for 18 hours and I wanted to have my dinner in like 15 minutes. And I just started and broke my fast with chocolate mayonnaise cake. Okay, so we will end on that note. What do you think? Did you like this recipe? Will you make cake with mayonnaise? Well, I did. It was good. It was delicious, and it's good for when you don't have, eggs and oil or anything else. If you have mayonnaise, because at the end just oil and egg, right? So I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to smash the like button so that this will reach more people, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed it, to make the family bigger and see more delicious videos coming and learn more baking hacks with me. Don't forget to check Barry's video here. I will link it in the description, and thanks him to giving this amazing recipe. And wait. Before you go, don't forget to check this video that I have prepared for you. It's my ultimate chocolate cake. It's so delicious, it's so perfect, and it doesn't have any egg, it doesn't have any milk. It's vegan and it's super delicious, all in one bowl. You will love it. They have somehow similar texture, but that one is lower in fat percentage. So don't forget to check this video, and I'm pointing it with a fork. And well, I will see you in the next video. Bye.